Hello and welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters bonus show. This is a show we make each and every week for our loyal patrons. We watch a movie that was themed with another comic we talked about this week. We discussed Astonishing Tales 24 with the final appearance of It, the Living Colossus. So Matt, you had chosen for an earlier issue of It as well. We were watching the Daimajin series. And we loved the first one, so we needed no excuse really to watch the second one. So tonight we're going to be talking about Return of Daimajin from 1966. It's directed by Kenji Misumi. And just to kind of reiterate, we've already done a bonus show about Daimajin, but yeah, like you were saying on our main show, Matt, it was filmed. There are 3 films that were all done at the same time. Interestingly, they all have 3 different directors. Everything is pretty much the same except the directors and some of the actors. Mm-hmm. But everything else, it was all, Lord of the Rings style, just filmed all at once and cut into 3 films. So this is the second one. And plot-wise, I mean, this is written online and we noticed it when we were watching it. The plots are pretty much nearly identical.
Yeah. Definitely kind of an Incredible Hulk TV series kind of thing here where you have what you want, you have the money shots, and you just need to have a different setting and different characters and different conflict every time. But that's fine. We knew that. We're not dumb.
No. We knew that going in, but yeah, so it's basically, warlord threatens a village. The villagers are persecuted, then they pray to their ancient stone deity, and he comes to life and totally kicks ass. That's what we loved about the first one. That's what we loved about this one. But I felt that the payoff on this one was way better than the first one.
A little more prolonged and rewarding.
It was I don't know, it was just so bonkers. Like I really would have been fine if it was just, Daimajin tearing terracotta roofs off, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. That's awesome. I love seeing this. We loved the first movie. But with this one, when it finally comes to the climax of it, it just gets amped up like 1,000%. Like we had no idea what was coming, and you should definitely watch it. But I mean, he parts the seas. He goes crazy. And it was, we were just cheering. It was so exciting to watch this happen. It was amazing. Like we'll always remember that ending.
Yeah. The only, I love both of them, but in the first one, I did love that, when in the first one, they first tried to destroy the statue. They drove a spike into its head and thinking that would split it and break it up into rocks. And so he had this spike in his head, and then that comes into play in the end as part of his revenge when he's punishing people. That's still unbeaten to me of like badass, cool stuff between these 2 films so far. But I did when Daimajin stirred and started to act and be physical in the world, I looked at how much time was left. Like there's like 22 minutes left. Like, oh my God, is he just going to rampage this whole time? And he did.
I did the same thing. I was like, oh shit. Like they really like backloaded this thing. Like everything went into the last 20 minutes, and it was 20 minutes of fucking Daimajin destroying shit. Yeah. So, like I said, we were cheering. Like it's an incredible watch.
I loved it. Like you said, the same director of photography for all 3 films, which was a great call on whoever produced the series. I didn't think this one quite had the there was just some better scenery and just kind of like settings, and like there's some just nice shots of the forest that was a little more contemplative. Like if you recall the first one, jumps 10 years when they're saying basically like once these kids are old enough to get revenge on this usurpation of their throne, they will rejoin together and strike. And that kind of gave for this weird, like for this kind of laid back, like they're growing up and having these moments, and the evil empire still doing evil empire stuff, but they're like hiding in this cave. Like it had a different kind of vibe to me, whereas this one just felt a little more nuts and bolts and a little more kind of militaristic. and I didn't really connect with the human characters as much as I did in the first one. Like
I didn't
we didn't,
either.
we didn't spend as much time with them, and there's more of them. So that was my only critique of it, and it's not a critique. It's just saying it's just different.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one had the most care taken with it because even before Daimajin shows up, and he doesn't show up till like 10 minutes before the movie's over in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And we commented numerous times through in the watch along. We're like, we love this movie. Like, even if Daimajin didn't show up at the end, this is still a good movie. And I didn't feel that way about the first part of the second one. I feel like,
Yeah.
it was, you're right. It was a little more nuts and bolts. You weren't as invested in the characters because, there were too many of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think a couple of people at the end were just like, wait, who is that the brother? Is that
Mm-hmm.
like, it was too many characters to keep track of. So I think that was a failing of the first part. But then the badass ending just kind of makes up for whatever.
Yeah. And also this time we decided in the background, like, I know these were dubbed and released in America, so let's maybe be fun to watch a dubbed one. So also, by the way, I've got to tell you this, the one I got from Cinemageddon, which was a fan dub, which means they just took the best American or English audio and the best visuals that they could find and comp them together. Actually, the one on Internet Archive is better. I forgot that. I downloaded both of them and forgot which one was the one I wanted to use. So the one on Internet Archive, which is free and apparently legal to download, at least as far as they're concerned, looks better and is an English dub. We were mentioning before we started the show tonight that I'm a huge subtitles guy. I always have subtitles on.
Mm-hmm.
And it started for me like back with like Sopranos and Deadwood and The Wire and stuff like that, when there's a lot of characters and a lot of like complex interactions with people and proper names. Like I just like, fuck it, I just want to read. Like I take information in visually. So I felt like I was having a hard time following the story just because there were so many characters. It is a Japanese Edo or Meiji or whatever, I forgot what era it was, but like, it's a different culture, different time period, whatever. So it's just like, I'm just too much going on. I'm just going to sit back and wait for Daimajin to show up. Which is fine.
And he did.
And it looks nice and it, sounded nice and whatever. So, I would definitely watch the third one.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm going to give
a motorcycle
to the second one. Yeah. Claw up.
You think he'll get a motorcycle?
God, I'd love it if he did.
Kawasaki? I mean,
Evil Knievel. Yeah.
Just saying they make motorcycles. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah, I doubt this jumps the shark. Like we said, different directors, but other than that, a cohesive unit making these things. So we didn't see a big drop off in the quality of this one, which was nice. And I don't expect that in the third one. I don't know if we're gonna have time to watch the third one, but
yeah, I'm not sure either.
I kind of posited during the watch along that even if we don't get to it during the proper stuff, we might just schedule a special one at the end of the season just to kind of close that loop. I need closure. I can't watch
me too.
2 movies out of a trilogy. It's crazy.
No, we're not monsters.
Yeah. So our next film is had you heard of this one before?
Not the 67?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm excited though.
Okay, so our next film is paired with the appearance of the Golem in Marvel Comics, and it is called It. It's from 1967. The description on Google says a psychotic museum worker uses the fabled Czechoslovakian golem, a living statue, to do his evil bidding. And it stars Roddy McDowall, the great Roddy McDowall. I love him.
Hell yeah.
And I've read some stuff online that basically said like he's like a psychotic mama's boy who has a golem that does his bidding. So I don't know what that means. I'm picturing Norman Bates or something. I don't know, but like, it sounds like Norman Bates, but instead of a slasher, a golem story. So I don't know. It'll be fun. It's in color, not that I give a shit, but I mean, it's vivid 1967 color, like so
in color.
Yeah. I want to see that, but I did find a really nice, later on we're going to watch Der Golem, the Paul Wegener movie, the one existing film. And I found a really nice one that has a tinted color and a new score as of like the year 2000 or 2002. So I
Cool.
think that's the one we're going to watch on the show later. But yeah, next up is It with Roddy McDowall. And I'm excited to see it because I've always kind of eyed it and seen the poster and like film guides and been like, if this was great, I would have heard people talk about it, but I'm very curious about it. So
Yeah,
looking forward
absolutely.
to it. I've been really wanting to watch them again. I really liked them. I have
they're fine.
I have zero skin in the game. So like when people are talking about the last one about some of that revelation and like this ruined everything, and it's just like I don't know. It's a twist. Who gives a shit?
I don't give a shit. Like again, like what you and I have said, even on the show many times, my childhood's not going to be ruined.
No.
If someone does something with my beloved IP from my child, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't understand people that are that invested.
I find it really disturbing. It's the thing with like, it's the same people that were like, going in our 20s and 30s were obsessed with Boba Fett, where it's like, the dude's on screen for 3 fucking minutes. Calm the fuck down. Like,
yeah, calm down.
Why do you like him so much? He has like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Because he looks badass.
I mean, he does look badass, but yeah, you're right.
But, anyway, weird.
Making it part of your identity.
Yeah, exactly. And like having, like the little fucking AT-AT's family on the back of your car, the stickers, and shit, daddy AT-AT, mommy AT-AT, like, Jesus Christ, get a personality. Yeah. Liking a franchise is not a personality.
But it's literally a personality for like 40% of men out there.
Our age?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
absolutely.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
That's probably a low estimate.
Yeah, I think you're being generous.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay. Last time we did a Kickstarter catch-up, and so I think this week we're going to keep the show just short and sweet, and I'll probably have something to present extra special, and I've been wanting to talk to you about maybe doing another ongoing segment that's, like we did the Ursha Scourge together, where we kind of like run through something. Maybe something else we can do like that as well.
Cool.
For when we don't have any stories to tell.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Other than that, I don't know. Thanksgiving times?
Yeah, Thanksgiving times are coming. So, we'll cut this short. We're busy this week. You're busy this week. Hail Satan, everyone.
Hail to the Satan. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You have to wave while the credits roll.